Matin, saluer Silayo qui visitait nous pour la première fois. Monde qui venait ici, dans le temple Sila pour la première fois, nous avons aimé que nous mettions debout de telle sorte que l'église est capable de saluer. If you are coming for the first time in our church, please stand up. Please stand up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming here this morning to worship the Lord with us. Nous comptons vraiment de ce que le Seigneur menait nous parlons ici et maintenant pour adorer le Seigneur ensemble avec nous. Et parmi ses frères et sœurs, je revois la sœur Dani, qui est bien aimée, que nous avons passé longtemps ensemble avec lui. Nous comptons, et nous comptons chacun de nous, et nous espérer que avant la fin de ce service, ou bien juste après la bénédiction, que nous sommes capables de rencontrer et faire un petit parler, connaître quelles sont vos intentions, et si vous habitez près d'ici, comme ça, nous sommes capables de visiter nous de temps en temps et partager avec nous l'espérance que nous gagnons dans mon Dieu. Vous pouvez vous asseoir. Et cependant, nous gagnons un invité spécial ce matin, c'est quelqu'un que c'est l'invité de notre bien-aimé frère James Jean-Paul. Et ce frère, quand j'ai vu son nom, ça rappelait les années 60. Et vite, je me rends compte que son papa, sûrement, était un amant du football. Parce que ce frère s'appelle Garrincha. Et Garrincha, c'est le nom de grand footballeur brésilien. Et sûrement à cette époque, et quand j'ai rencontré ce frère-là ce matin, il m'a dit oui, que son papa était un Brésilien rouge. Donc c'est ça le fait que monsieur portait le nom de Brésilien. Mais le Seigneur fait de lui son serviteur. Et maintenant, il est au milieu de nous, on apprend les frères Garrincha, il est capable de camper. On va aller encore une fois. Et nous allons passer la parole parce que lui voulait parler directement aux jeunes. Donc, juste après que nous avons fait annonce là, après annonce, Frère Garrincha, nous avons demandé pour venir et pour capable communiquer aux jeunes parce que les voulait présenter aux jeunes un message spécial. Donc, juste après les annonces. Ok, vous pouvez vous asseoir. Et dimanche, Dieu voulant, aux environs d'une heure, nous allons gagner un culte d'adoration et de louanges à Dieu. Et comme nous sommes capables de constater, notre service commence toujours à 1h30 parce que vous venez toujours en retard. Mais nous avons souhaité qu'à partir de 1h, que nous sommes capables là, dimanche prochain. Et le dimanche prochain, Dieu voulant, juste après le service, nous resterons pour 10 minutes de conversation, de telle sorte que nous sommes capables de passer en revue les 3 premiers mois de l'Église. Notre Église est une Église bébé, il y a 3 mois, demain Dieu voulant. Demain Dieu voulant a fait l'Église à 3 mois d'existence, donc nous voulons passer en revue les 3 premiers mois de l'Église et planifier son avenir autant que possible. Donc dimanche prochain, connaît que automatiquement après la bénédiction, tout le monde qui est ensemble avec nous, et nous avons aimé que nous mettions 10 minutes pour ça. Et pour les annonces spéciales, ça que moi je voulais dire, moi je crois que bon Dieu va chaque monde un don. Bon Dieu va chaque monde un talent. Et moi je crois que tout le monde qui est ici a nous un don, nous un talent que bon Dieu va nous. Et nous devons utiliser pour sa gloire. Le bon Dieu, bon talent, il faut utiliser pour la gloire de Dieu, parce qu'on va redevable par devant Dieu pour le talent qu'il vous a donné. Donc, tout le monde qui gagne un don, un talent, s'il vous plaît, contactez-nous. Contactez-nous pour l'avancement de l'œuvre. Il est vrai, il fait annoncer à vous, on est, ou pas le monde l'ouvrir. C'est comme si bon Dieu n'a pas de bon talent. Mais de toute façon, aucun talent, et bon Dieu connaît de bons talents, on joue à répondre devant Dieu pour le talent. Les saints ont dit que c'est pasteur Lomé qui n'a pas de bonne possibilité d'exercer le talent. Donc, on dit ça encore une fois du haut de la chair. Tout le monde qui gagne un don, qui connaît que mon bagage que a fait pour l'avancement de l'œuvre du Seigneur, ou bien chance pour faire, parce que l'on paraît que pas dit c'est pasteur Lomé qui n'a pas de bonne chance pour faire. Maintenant, on va encourager nous pour nous remplir les formulaires qui devrait servir à dresser la liste des brebis de ce pâturage, procéder à l'organisation des institutions et pour nous parvenir à une meilleure approche de la vision de l'Église tabernacle de Dieu. Comme je l'avais dit dimanche après dimanche, vos dîmes sont importantes pour répondre aux besoins et aux exigences financières de cette extension de l'Église de Jésus-Christ. Songez que vous êtes vos propres sponsors, vous êtes aussi des donateurs pour faciliter les projets que nous rêvons. Maintenant, nous connaissons pour nous songer, pour nous prier pour cette Église. C'est une Église bébé, donc il vous faut prier pour cette Église. De même que vous avez besoin de prier pour toutes les églises chrétiennes. Toutes les églises chrétiennes. Priez pour le staff de l'église. Priez pour les différentes familles qui composent cette église. Priez pour la famille Dimanche qui est en vacances. De même d'autres frères et d'autres sœurs qui toujours ensemble avec nous, que nous parlons sûrement, peut-être en vacances tout. C'est le temps des vacances, donc priez pour eux-mêmes. Priez pour tous les chrétiens. D'où qu'ils soient sur la terre, c'est notre devoir. Priez pour les nations, particulièrement Haïti et les États-Unis. Mais priez peut-être pas, pensez à votre éternité, parce que Jésus-Christ pas loin pour retourner. Nous souhaitons un bon dimanche, que le Seigneur vous bénisse et qu'il vous garde. Et maintenant, nous call our brother to come forward and to talk to you. Youth.
First, I would like to say thank you to Pastor Valos Jaume and to the church for this opportunity to speak to the youth. I would like to also thank Brother James for putting me in contact with such a great church. I feel happy to be here and ready to fellowship with you guys. My name is Garisha Alsdor, Gayan Shatador. I am a science teacher in New York City. I have a bachelor's in physics and a master's in science education. I'm also a member of the NSTA, which is a National Science Teachers Association. I teach physics in Brooklyn, and I'm honored and excited to be here. I cherish every opportunity to speak to the youth and allow God's favor to be manifested through me as inspiration to the youth. I said God's favor because without God, I am nothing. It's not because of my own strength, knowledge, or anything else, but it's because of God's grace. So today I will start by addressing a question to the youth. My question is, how many of you would like to be successful? You can raise your hand, you can participate with me. So the rest of you don't want to be successful. And your parents are like, what? Anyway. How many of you think that problems are gifts and opportunities? No? Nobody think problems are gifts and opportunities? How many of you think you can be successful without having problems? Okay. So I like to say that you cannot be successful without having problems. The message for the youth today is that we have to look at problems as gifts and opportunities. First, let's take a look at the definition of problem. A problem is a matter or situation regarded as unwelcome or harmful and needed to be dealt with and overcome. So now a lot of times we look at a situation, it may not be a problem, but we think it is a problem because we consider it to be a problem. And the key words in the definition that stay with me are to be dealt with and overcome. When something is dealt with, it was given attention. An approach was selected through a system of thoughts. When something is overcome, there's a lesson to be learned, there's progress, and more importantly, there's growth. Problems come in many forms, such as emotional trauma, death, sometimes you can't find a job, or lack of some sort. If somebody said they don't have problems, then they're not living on earth. The biggest mistake that we make as youth is that we think life is supposed to be easy. We think anything should just be given to us without working for it. Now, my students have one of their favorite phrases when I give them homework is like, "Oh my God, Mr. A, this is a drag. Like, we don't want to do this." Like, especially if I give my students an assignment, the first thing that they do is that they look how many pages are in the assignment. And if it's over 5 pages, like, we're not doing this. So they start complaining about how many pages it is. Because the more pages it is, the harder they think that the assignment will be. Now, let's take that particular situation to the deeper level. If every difficult situation that is presented to the youth, and we just look at it and we get discouraged and start complaining, "Oh my God, we can't do this," then you start quitting before the bigger things happen in your life. I don't know if anybody understands what I'm saying. So it could be something as simple as doing your homework. You're like, "Oh my God, I can't do it." Then you start quitting already. Now, I could take this even further. Let's say Martin Luther King said, "You know what? We're not going to march. These white people are going to kill us. Let's just give up. We would not be here today." Let's say Nelson Mandela said, "I spent too many years in prison. What's the point now? There's nothing I can do." Okay? What if your parents say, "O konen video talk, baka fanyen, manger, pou bay ti moun yo, oh my God, ça m'a fait, faut voyer comme Haïti, faut faire this." M'a découragé. Where would you be? So the point I'm making is that everything in life, anything that is worth having, comes with a set of problems. A lot of times we ask God to bless us. We ask God, nous demandons Dieu pour bénédiction. But chaque bénédiction vient avec problème pali that we have to deal with and overcome. Now, also, what if Steve Jobs quit? What if Kendrick Lamar quit? What if Dr. Umaru quit? And what if I quit? I moved to the US, my mom and dad wasn't here. I was sent here with an aunt of mine. She went to work, she had to work because she had to pay bills. I had the option whether to do my homework or not. I had the option to go hang out with my friends or not, but I chose not to. So and at one point, I look at it as a problem. Oh my God, why would my parents just send me here by myself? But it wasn't a problem. It was just I was looking at it wrong. By my parents not being here, I used that as an opportunity to grow. What my parents didn't give me, I gave to myself. And God helped me throughout this process. So the truth is that as a student, now going back to what I said about the assignment, as a student, I used to do the same thing. I used to do the same thing where I look at the assignment and I said, I'm not going to do it sometimes. So it's not until when I become a teacher, I start to understand the power behind that. Because when I give my students homework, if it's too much, I don't do it. So what I learned to do, I give the homework in increments. I give them piece by piece. And they actually get more done that way. So this goes to show you that a lot of times we have a goal in life. Let's say we want to be a doctor or we want to be whatever we want to be. It's not going to happen in one day, but it's going to happen piece by piece. So when you have a big goal, you also have to break it down into increments as far as years, months, days, and sometimes in increments of hours of what you want to do. So one thing I see among students is that when you ask them what they want to do, they tell you a doctor. But they don't start working on that major or start thinking about it until the 12th grade. So when the 12th grade arrives, that's when they start working on it. But the truth of the matter is, you got to start working on it before that. Every day that you are giving on this life is a blessing. So whatever goals that you have to work on it every day and focus on that. So also, the harder the problems, the bigger the lesson, the bigger the progress, and the bigger the growth. Without problems, there is no growth. And more importantly, there is no reward. Denzel Washington once said, ease is a greater threat to success than hardship. So I'm going to repeat that one more time. Ease is a greater threat to success than hardship. Just because things are hard doesn't mean that we cannot achieve it. Okay, so to wrap up what I was saying, number one, problems are gifts and opportunity to make progress. What you focus on grows. So if every day you think about your frustration, you think about how difficult life is, that's how it's going to be. But if you think positive and you invite God in your life and think about positive thoughts and be grateful for what God has given to you, then He will reward you with more. And it's funny that when you go to class, you study, then you take the test. But in life, you take the test, then you study. So you have to start working early to have an easier life. And also, one thing I'm going to say is that you also have to honor and forgive your parents. You have to respect them because they brought you into this world. And no matter what they have done, no matter what the situation is, you should still respect them. And sometimes we look at our parents as superheroes, what they're supposed to do. Oh, my parents are supposed to do that, or not. But the truth of the matter is, your parents are human. They have faults, they have wrongs, and they also have qualities. You know, a lot of times your parents get frustrated with you for taking too long in the shower, for leaving the light on. But the truth of the matter is that they're the one who pay the bills. So you also have to respect that. But a lot of times we look at our parents for their frustration. But sometimes, what if we look at our parents for the good that they have done? You know, I have to say that Haitian parents are some of the best parents in the world.
Amen.
I've never seen a Haitian parent doesn't have food for their kids. I've never seen it. Even in Haiti, I've never seen it. It doesn't matter what that parent does. Que parents a été en machin, que parents a été en docteur, they always have food. Their parents, que parents a été en France, que parents a été aux États-Unis, you toujours get manger pour petit jour. You can always count on that. You can always count you have food and shelter. Other things I'm not too sure, but you can count on that one. You will have food and shelter. So appreciate them for that. A lot of times they come from work, they're frustrated. They're frustrated. So they see dishes in the sink, of course they're going to say something. But if you focus on the qualities, if you write the things that you are grateful for about your parents, you will start to see them differently. It's the same way, if you write down the things that you are grateful for in your life will change. Because we all here have a story. We all here have something that is bothering us. We all here have some troubles. But if we focus on the troubles, that's all we're going to have. It's troubles. But if we focus on the good, on the opportunities, one of the opportunities that we all have here is that we're in America. That's an opportunity. No matter what the situation here, we have something that other people wish for. But if you wake up in the morning, you start with that vision, you start with that thought, then automatically your life changes. Automatically, things are different. And also, parents, you have to love and support your kids in discipline. One thing I will say to the parents, kids do not do anything that you say. I'm going to say that. Kids do not do what you tell your kids to do, they don't do it. Kids do what you do. Simple. They watch what you do. And that's why when the kids are like 5, 6 years old, they want to wear what? They want to wear a pair of shoes. They want to wear your clothes. They want to be like you. So what you do, that's what they pay attention to. Because I remember, I don't have kids yet. I want to have kids in the future, but not yet. I remember last year I was teaching a class, and in my class I have a rule that there should be no food in the class. And one time I taught 3 classes back to back, and each class was an hour, so I was teaching for 3 hours straight, so I didn't have time to eat. So And one of the kids said, Mr. Altidore, you look hungry. Have a snack. So I took the snack because I was hungry. And so I was about to open the snack in the classroom. And the kids were like, no, you can't do that, because if we can't do that, you can't do that either. So I had to step out of the room, okay, looking at them in the room and make sure that I'm not too far outside and eat my snack and come back inside. So what I'm saying is that kids do what you do. They follow your footsteps. So anything that you want your kids to do, you have to start doing with them. And a lot of time, one thing I see is that I see I'm not going to say old generation, I'm going to say experienced generation. They look at, they sometimes look down upon the younger generation. But I don't think one generation is better than the other. Parce que chaque génération a façon par eux faire un bagage qui est pour qualité par eux. The experienced generation have their own qualities. The younger generation, or should I say the technological savvy generation, have their own qualities. But if we focus on the things that we do wrong, if we focus on the negative aspect, then that's what we're going to get. I think both generations need each other, because the experienced generation has what? The experience. And the new generation, or the younger generation, has the technology. So if you combine that together, we are stronger together. You see what I'm saying? It's not that we are better, you know. It's not that we're better. It's not that the younger generation or the older generation is better. It's that we need each other. Because anybody that's older than you have more experience than you. So you always need somebody to watch over you, to get guidance from. And lastly, of course, none of this would be possible without God. So I have to incorporate some Bible verses. So with this message in terms of problem and looking at problem as opportunities, there are four verses that come to mind. The first verse is Matthew 6, verse 33. It says that, but seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. So this verse is essentially saying that you have to put God first in anything that you do, no matter what it is. You put God first. Second, the other verse is Philippians 4, verse 13. We say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So if you have an obstacle in front of you, if you have a problem, you can overcome it, because it says that in the Bible. If you believe in God and you have faith, it will work out for you. The third one is Matthew 6, verse 27 and 28. And it says, can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? And it proceeds to say, and why do you worry about clothes? So pretty much, why do you worry? So this verse is saying, là, tu penses à ou pas qu'à additionner une heure sur la douze ou pas le. So you can't do that. So why do you worry? And the last one is very important. It's Psalm 27, verse 1 and 2. It says, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? That is big. Like, what are you afraid of? The problems? What are you afraid of? And the second verse says, the Lord is the stronghold of my life. Whom shall I be afraid? So you have nothing to be afraid of. So my message to you, you can achieve anything that you want. But also, the easiest thing in the world won't last so long. Like to hang out with your friends, you know, to dance to Drake in My Feelings, it's easy. Like it's easy. But if you look at the harder things in life, once you work on that, you have a greater reward. You have a greater opportunity. And also, parents, your job is never done. Whether they're married, your job is never done. Your kids will always need your guidance, your conseil at any time. And kids or youth, Your job is to honor your parents every day as you can. It doesn't have to be where you buy them flowers all the time. It could be as simple as getting them a glass of water when they come from work, leaving some candy for them. So, once again, I want to thank Pastor Father Charmaine. I want to thank Brother James, and I want to thank you guys for listening. I hope this message helped you. And I want to say that just because you heard that message today, it's not going to stick with you right away. Okay? The message I said is something that is practiced every day. The same way when you come to church, it doesn't mean that you automatically a Christian just for that. It's a practice. It's the same way if I was a coach and I say we're going to run this play, and I tell you what play we're going to run, until we put that play into action every day and practice and practice and practice. Sometimes we're going to get it wrong, sometimes we're going to get it right, but we got to keep at it. That's when it becomes a habit. And when it becomes a habit, it becomes a character. And when it becomes a character, it also becomes a destiny. Thank you.
Premièrement, nous voulons remercier mon Dieu de ce qu'il fait provision matin pour les jeunes. Et m'espérer que les jeunes qui t'ont prêté attention comprennent le message que Frère Garintia transmet à nous-mêmes matin, parce que c'est une nécessité pour nous comprendre ça le dit de telle sorte que nous pouvons mener une meilleure vie dans le monde sacré. Nous remercions mon Dieu pour ça. Deuxièmement, nous remercions notre bien-aimé Frère Garintia, parce que, en effet, nous avons une vision pour les jeunes, pas pour ici. Mais mettez vision nous chita pas facile, parce que nous avons besoin de ressources humaines, monde qui prend responsabilité pour leader jeunes, de telle sorte que non pas simplement faire l'église pour l'église venir les dimanches, mais nous faire l'église pour former le monde pour demain et former le monde de telle sorte que la vie est capable de gagner un autre sens pour eux-mêmes. Donc, Dieu seul sait qui ça dévoyer notre bien-aimé frère, et du plus profond de mon cœur, je vous dis merci. Et je dis merci à notre bien-aimé frère James, parce qu'il pensait à l'église là, et il a cherché ressources de telle sorte que nous allons répondre à toutes ces différentes responsabilités que le Seigneur a incombées à l'église tabernacle de Dieu de Long Island. Et maintenant, mes frères, pour recueillir les offrandes de l'Assemblée, notre musicien pourra jouer un morceau de son choix, et les personnes préposées à recueillir ces offrandes passeront les corps. Section française des chants d'espérance. La première et la dernière strophe, et tout de suite après, le pasteur Dimanche nous parlera de la part du Seigneur pendant les quelques minutes, les 30 minutes qui nous restent. Communautaire altérée. Seigneur, sanctifie-nous par ta parole. Oui, sanctifie-nous par ta parole, car ta parole est la vérité. Nous te prions au nom de Jésus-Christ, notre Sauveur. À lui soit la gloire au siècle des siècles. Amen. Vous pouvez nous asseoir.
Nous disons Dieu merci encore une fois pour le privilège, la possibilité de travailler ensemble, parce que l'on nous a réunis dans nos lits, son bénéfice, son avantage pour nous-mêmes. Nous ne va pas prêter trop longtemps, nous avons fait deux parties, la seule partie. Si bon Dieu permet, la prochaine fois, nous sommes capables de mettre une deuxième partie là-dedans. Mais nous avons l'étude qui est faite dans le psaume 51. Du verset 2 au verset 2, du verset 3 au verset 2, c'est-à-dire la déclaration de David concernant son péché qui n'était pas belle devant l'Éternel, qui est une mauvaise odeur. Mais le titre du message de ce matin, c'est débarrassez-vous de vos fatras. C'est avec Haïtien à parler. Tous les Haïtiens connaissent ça que les fatras. Qui problème que fatras bail.